thing that can kill me is death.
Hell no, I can't trust nobody. So I keep me a stick at the party. Pulling up finna catch me a body. Round with them choppers, no Harleys. They know I gotta keep my Scotty. 33 and it's acting retarded. If it don't kill me, go harder. All my niggas and we moving like shotters. And I'm big tier late, we poppin'. We bought no assist, no stock then. All my niggas, we up, we locked in. If he say he got gas, might stop in. HP for the number of heartin'. Free MC, white chalkin'. Try to catch a play, D Hopkins. Pull up on the scene, we walk down. All that talking tough got chalked out. Bitch down the bricks, my hot route. How we gon' lose, we hot now. Got me sippin' Henny, that act up. Get it by the load, no Mack truck. Put your ex on my sack up. Bitch out of line, I'll smack her.
Okay, welcome to Pittsburgh Chatter, where I do interviews where I want, whenever I want, with who I want. Today I got a special guest, Tucker. All right, hold on, bro, because I had to bring you back. We had a mishaps for the first one, but I know you feel more comfortable now, and you know what more to expect. But how's it going, man?
Same old, same shit, different toilet.
All right, so you work in construction. Tell me the process of how you got into this.
More so just I got fired from McDonald's, and the grill dude liked how I went out with a bang type shit. I cussed everybody out on the way out over fucking $2 or something like that over promos. And he seen me when I had moved out the way to McKeesport and was like, oh yeah, in the winter, was like, I'm doing a construction company in the summer, you should slide through this, that, down the other. So I was basically like that barber and you know what I mean, and here, waiting to get his clippers for real. Just started buying my own tools. Kept working my way up, progressing, and then, I mean, now I'm here.
Okay. And so you went from basically working with a business and it transferring over to kind of doing freelance and your own thing a little bit.
Yep.
Okay. Is it tedious? Is it a lot of work doing it by yourself? Is it easier to do it with multiple people and having help? Or is it
It's like night and day depending on what you got, going on. But for the most part, sometimes it's a lot of patience. Sometimes it's like, rush, like basically like at 12 o'clock at Panera, real shit. Like it's just, you got to get there sometimes to get things right before stuff end up coming or things end up happening. You can run out of daylight, you know what I mean? There's just a whole bunch of things that go into it. But I work well with others, so I don't mind having help when I can get it, you know what I mean? It's for the most part, it's just people don't want to work no more. They want to work and they want to make their big money right then and there, and sometimes that's not even always the case. You know what I mean? You get your pay when I get paid, and that's at the end of the day. Everything's said and done.
It's crazy when you think about it. It's like kind of even when we start a job, it's like we don't get paid for that first 2 weeks, but we still go in the clock. That's crazy. Yeah. When you actually talk about it and think about it, it's like
I'm working for free for 3 weeks.
That's wild. Crazy. And then the first check still don't even be a lot. It'd be like
that whole first interview.
Like exactly. No, facts. I wanted to ask you about properties and purchasing properties, because there's a lot of properties in Pittsburgh where it's like they're on auctions. You could get like I was looking the other day and I wasn't even aware of this, that you can buy like a full house that it might take like 5 years of work for like $2,000. And I was like, wait, what? And it was like, yeah, if the people don't pay this by this, you could just, if you have $2,000, you can just buy it.
Taxes, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're aware of this?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely aware of it. And finally, like, it just getting to the part like where the reconstruction and everything is coming soon. Like they're just working their way up the Ave, like Penn Ave, right? It started in East Lid. I'm gonna take this off too, but it started in East Lid, and it's just making its way up. And I think as we going down, the black people is just really not forward. Like they're buying their places before other people get to it. And they're like starting to like the business. Like my cousin's Flossie's right there. She's been there ever since I grew up. I was born, so I'm thinking about getting some property. I just want to get my ducks in order first.
And be for sure, because there's a lot of stuff that you can get.
There's a lot into this business. You know, what I mean? You buy a crib, and you around the pandemic, I know people was buying cribs, and they've just been sitting on them. Since then. You could get a loan or something, but some people don't know the right information. You know what I mean? We wasn't taught this. Rather than some other states, they teach you how to go this route, and they just move up here. You know what I'm saying? Well, we're built to work. Like they want us to work. They don't want us to buy our own. You know what I'm saying? Get our own power. None of that.
It's funny you said that about East Liberty, because like, and this is what's starting to scare me. It's because like I'm starting to apply this to the world as a whole. It's like they knocked down, because you remember the big apartments that used to be basically right here.
Tunnel, yeah.
That means that they started that plan then. Do you know how long ago that was? So they had this plan for East Liberty then.
I remember when we was at the Kingsley Center, And they was coming in with the developments, and every time we was having like open ball or something like that, you know what I'm saying, they was coming in with the redevelopments. And I sat in a few interviews, and I found out they was trying to do that them apartments over there across the street from Target and everything like that, right by the like the Noya, basically.
But like you said, you were out, so clearly you were a kid then.
I was a kid then.
We couldn't fathom seeing like now it's a Whole Foods and they changed it. There's a hookah spot. I'm like, what the hell?
Food.
A hotel, a high-end hotel.
Yeah, Hotel Indigo. I tried to apply for them. They ain't even hire me. Facts.
What did you want? Front desk?
I wanted anything.
Clean it, yeah. Because I think well, they did start out a good right. I seen a lot of their stuff. They started out a good right.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
What project are you currently working on?
I have a property, not me, but I have a property I'm working on in Whitehall right now, and I have another property that I'm working on in Wilkinsburg. So it's 2 bathrooms right now. Tiling, it's just I go in, and I haven't had a job that was just ready, square, plumb up, level, not all that.
You gotta
like just
start
to go
from
in.
the gutter.
I always have to start from square freaking one with these jobs. Like even like putting in my own work and reconstruction, so it could make it be easier for me, when I go into work. But nothing's a square in Pittsburgh, so I'm just waiting for that job where I could go in and shit's right and I could just flow. I always got to stop to do this, that, and the other, this, that, and the other. Man, it's just...
But it's good that you're learning along the way, but of course it's tedious for sure.
Yeah. It gets old a little bit, but I said it the other day, I just want a normal job, right? Like just where I could just easy money for real, like, because when you get into that, you spending more time on it, and it's like, time that you don't even got cut out for to pay, you know what I mean? And you hate to just raise the price. You can always lower it, but you can't raise the price while you're on the job unless something catastrophic had. It's like the floor just went the other day on one of my jobs, like it was deteriorated. So I had to bust it all out, you know what I'm saying? And now, like, you got to pay for that. The price just went up. Like, it's more work now. At least if you want a floor to walk on.
Yeah. And at that point, but one good thing about that is, like, all right, they might view it as, now I got to spend more money, but I would view it as, oh my gosh, he just seen a problem that would have barely been 30 times
she
worse.
Fell through the floor. No lie, like it was that bad, and it was under a whole slab of concrete. Like you got to put concrete on those big old tubs that you ever put
before
water
you put the tile down.
Yeah, everything has to be sitting on concrete most of the time, and so she had one of those floors. And
what was it? Is it if you don't mind me? It's porcelain or is that plastic?
It could be steel, like cast steel. It could be freaking what's the other one? Ceramic. Like all those showers are hell to get out of the house, so they usually stay in since George Washington tabs like.
Okay, hold on here, because this is one thing I didn't even know. Like you said, you were doing bathroom last time, but you were basically talking about the towels. So you've installed showers and things like that.
Yeah. A whole shower's like from nothing, like just a gutter, a pipe.
So you've done of course, the ones where it's just towels and then it's the glass, and you also have done like the more of like the big plastic and I said, certain placements. I'm doing
the plastic right now.
Oh, so which one's easier out of the two?
Plastic easier because it's just a direct to the wall, you know what I'm saying? You put screws in it, and it's done. Tile was more tedious, and then as the tile gets smaller.
But it looks better, though.
It's a little bit more costly, you know what I mean? Because it does looks better. It takes craftsmanship to go into it, and, a lot of different things, like a whole different type of wall that has to go in place to even put those tiles on it. Like, you got to waterproof the whole bathroom. It's just steps to it, you know what I mean? And usually when it's not done right, you'll see in 5 years, you'll see. Water is an impenetrable force. It stops for nothing. Like, you get water damage and you're fucked. No way if it's a roof, if it's a shower.
And I've been tons of places where I've seen water damage. It's just like inevitable unless like you got one of those, cribs that you built.
Yeah, a little drainage system or something like that. They're, good. But if water gets in, it don't go nowhere until it get taken care of.
All right, so as you said before this, kind of on the storyline that you were working at McDonald's before, but tell me
3 weeks.
All right, but what was it before McDonald's?
Just a lot of I was just around Pittsburgh, just trying to get money. I was working at Cold Stone, I was working at Amazon, I was working at FedEx, I was working at UPS. You know what I mean? I did Panera. Panera was the most money I've ever made at any job. It was 17. I was at 17 years old, making 17, and that's when I was paying for bills in my house. And from there, I just had a little relationship, went to another relationship, and that was really the one that took me out the game. It was like 2 more, and I was already set in stone.
Oh, for sure.
Still a little time single, though, but...
Okay, what is your business called again? Tuck that up, right?
Tuck That Problem.
Tuck That Problem. Okay, Tuck That Problem. So how did you come up with this name for your business?
Man, I get nicknames and names for things just flying all over a place. Like my girlfriend even had one I came up with her with She Bad. That's more of her like reselling catalog inventory type of clothes. It's not like her customs. So she has 2 different names for 2 different things. So yeah, I just like I'm working on is my email. You can hit me on. I'm working on 96, and I'll always see you. But yeah, it's just everybody kept asking me when am I getting a job? When am I getting a job? I kept saying I'm working on it. So that was my new email. But it's just Twitter, Instagram, all comes with it. You know.
So you were fed up with the work industry and like food industry and like working for someone.
Yeah, they fire you for no reason. Like not no reason, but the smallest. You know what I'm saying. Inconvenience to them, you know what I mean, and you late no matter what. Like it happens. Life is life. So I'm just like, I wanted to do my own thing, but I didn't know where to start. Like, and where I was going to, it was like I had to get some type of stableness before I even get into that. So, like my girlfriend and her mom and her cousin. All her family was more so boss orientated. You know,
you were telling me before that they were business savvy and that helped out a lot.
So it was just like, you know, quit playing around with other people's dreams, you know what I mean, and start building yours. And I'm just like, it's scary, you know. I told my friends, they fucking laughed at me. Like, they was like, okay, you'll be back at it, you know what I mean? Like, you'll be back, you know, working for somebody. And it was just like, nah, I'm done. Like, for real. Once I get done with this company or whatever and I go on my own, I was working for a company for 3 years. I'm just going, you know what I mean, do all bad by myself because they kept declining. You know what I mean? I just couldn't keep putting my trust in a company to be able to, like, feed me and my family. Now I have a kid, like, you know what I mean? I had a stepdaughter, but now I have a kid and there's 2 mouths to feed now, like.
So you were telling me your friends had left a little bit. Yeah. So is it like they were just joking on you, or like it was
pandemic? You know, people weren't really doing, you know, jumping out and getting their own business, especially young. They felt like it was an old head type of thing. You know what I mean? We were cool with building and becoming managers in our like kind of, you know, our era. You know what I mean? You had them, not freaks of natures, of people that just got it, but you know, it came from somewhere. Me, I didn't have none of that. Like, I had, you know, my dad, he's an alcoholic. My mom, she was just building a ladder, you know what I mean? So I didn't really have any type of encouragement, no, like, strive to get nowhere. I was just cool with just going 150% wherever I worked at. You know what I mean? So they took me out, and they gave me that. Like, I'm talking, everybody got a business. So I'm just like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? My sister even went to go did it. She does her little lash thing. But yeah, like it was hard, and I ain't gonna lie, like getting laughed at, I'm like, I laugh at myself, I cry sometimes. Like this shit's, that's when they tell you, like, you know what I'm saying, what did you do? You know what I mean, how did you step this? I do a lot. Like I had to go through a lot to get there. You know what I mean? So like I didn't really start making this money until like the 3rd or 4th year I was in there. Like when I got a raise at the company, and when I started making my own money. So this is not no overnight cheat code. You can.
And people don't see that. And
you can.
People will watch you along the way. That's the crazy part. It's like they're watching you, and it's like, and Tucker already know how your mindset is. It's like you already said you gave 150% to a job that was like didn't really give a fuck about you. I mean, now you're working for yourself. Eventually, it's going to be your owning properties, and you're telling people, oh, I need you to do this, and you're getting contracts, and then it's going to be those same people looking at you like, bro, how did you do it? I can't wait until niggas ask me that question, because I'm going to be like, you watch me.
You got to see the grind. Like, it's not no overnight thing. You got to keep going at it. Like, what they tell you, it takes, like, 800 hours to become a professional or something like that in, like, sports.
Some wild shit.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I got 800 hours in this now. You know what I mean? It's starting to pay off. I could do things, you know, with just second, you know, guessing. You know what I mean? Just nature now. It's like, it's crazy now.
All right, so before you had entered a relationship and you had someone that could help you and lead you in the right direction, you had your fair share of, let's say, difficulties.
Little trials and tribulations going up.
So talk about some of the relationships you had before her that may have not been as successful, or you have had someone that was as thoughtful as her.
For real, it was just like, it was almost like practice. Like, I didn't want to go from one relationship doing the same shit as the last one, because that's how that one ended. So through, like, going through different girls growing up, I was always trying to fix what I did wrong in the last relationship, you know what I mean? So you learn women when you start to, you know, pay attention, you know what I mean? Like,
so your first girlfriend was grade 1. Second one, grade 2.
You know, like, you try to get better, and you find out, like, oh, no, this is what love is. No, this is what love is. Not this is, you know what I mean? And it just keep working its way up. But I got dogged out real quick, you know what I mean, one time.
So you have been cheated on before?
Oh, I got ran through the fucking mud. Like,
all right, can we get some quick insight on this?
I had a little old head. I was in high school. I had a little old head. She was in college, you know what I mean? And that's just, like how we say, you know what I'm saying, with the youngins getting an old head, you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing good, you know what I mean, that come through it. She took fully advantage of my little ass back then. Like, when I'm telling you, like, I was only maybe in a relationship with her from like maybe 4 months. I met her at a party. You know how the parties used to get. It was like it was an August Wilson one, and it was an August Wilson one.
I was there,
but yeah, you definitely had to be there. I'm telling you, you was at that one, and it was I think it was one of Spider and Mama's parties. I think it was their first one or something.
All right. Sorry to cut you off. I'm gonna let you finish your story, but you last time. Oh my God, you didn't say that. No, and now I know for a fact I was there because it was Spidey's party. And it was like one of the biggest joints because we were tired of the little joint by the PPG was doing. And we was like, August Wilson, oh my God. But all right, go ahead.
Broke up. Yep, nah, I figured that out. Yeah. And it went crazy. And she was one of the shorties I knew off of Facebook. And she dated some nigga from Homewood, like one of Antoine's niggas. And I'm like, okay, so I'm trying to stay clear of it. I ain't want no problems for X. But I mean, she threw it on me, and I'm just like, damn. Like, I got me one. Because she's an old head, you know what I'm saying?
And at the time when you young, having a college dip, it's like...
I had to put my foot up in her ass a little bit, you know what I mean? Right, so I had to lay down the law, and I'm put my, you know what I mean, mark my territory. But nevertheless, when Carlo had opened up, motherfucker, to men going to college, she did me in. She did me in, like... And it is what it is, but
through this process, did you know what's happening? Were people telling you, or was more or less instincts?
I didn't want to listen to it, but like to be honest, like people told me like, yeah, she get around, da 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 da. But I at the time, like she already told me like I used to get around type time. Like I'm like we was already a month or two in, like I already fell in love with a hoe type shit in a way. But
and when you young, it's different. It's like not the mindset you have now.
Like I'm going to hear from my niggas. You know what I'm saying? My niggas is probably going to try it, which they did, and yeah. She even did that. They went that way, but it is what it is, bro. All
right. Just because you opened up, I'm gonna be a real nigga and open up just a tad bit. Just tad bit. I didn't say this, but I've had dealt with the same situation where she wasn't a hoe, but she messed with one of the bros, and I was a little hot about it. So I dogged her out for like 2 years. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, did you get that? Did you get the 30 seconds with your ass?
Nah, bro, it wasn't his. Bro, it was. I'll tell you off camera exactly what happened. But look, the reason why I
got the 30 seconds with my man's. Like,
you think I should have fought him over it?
If like you know how it was them relationships where you break up, make up, break up, make up. Like it wasn't solidified in the mud. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you damn near stepped on toes. Like you ain't even know if she was done with me or not or type shit. You know what I mean? It was like too soon. Like,
but I just expect it from my niggas, so I don't like.
That's whenever
I expect you to turn it down though.
I started to notice, like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we pass it. Oh, we're doing this. Like, we're passing around bitches like they do in rap songs. Like, I'm just like, I never wanted to mess with none of my niggas' bitches.
But, all right, we're equally the same. Like,
never.
I look at it like, damn, all right, that's you, you good. But I realize niggas don't see it as the same, and over time, it's kind of like. You gotta blame it on you a little bit too. When we're talking with our bros and we're like, "Hey, yo, bro,
the
she
pussy
gave
crazy,
me
the ass is fat.
She gave me that thing was wet as.
That's why
you expect your man. Niggas like us is just real enough to just be like enjoy the conversation. We
show videos to like,
yeah,
you know what I mean,
bro.
So it's probably your fault, yeah. And I ain't gonna lie, like I like to wear my girls like trophy, like trophies. Like I love me a trophy girl, like real talk. So I go after the woman that's gonna get ass. That's, you know what I'm saying, got something going on and niggas is gonna want. But when it's like I take pride in having my bitch be my bitch. You know what I mean? And niggas be hot. Like I had to, you know what I'm saying? And I came from the time where I was like just needed a challenge. You know what I mean? Like these little girls wasn't doing it. I had a college girl, so I'm just like, okay, old heads, like I want some old heads. And I was just always going after the baddest bitch in high school. Or the niggas that's a fucking point guard or something, his bitch or something, or the cheerleader or something like that. It was I just needed a challenge. Easy wasn't it, huh?
You was getting the hoes back then, for sure.
Bit, yeah, I couldn't be touching. I feel like that does something to the mindset. You know what I mean? We was talking about it. Like, it does something to the mindset of, like, you getting a woman that knows damn near is way out of your league. Now, when the comment basic girls come around, you like, you got to do something. I mean, I've been around a little bit, you know what I mean?
Like I said, always say, though, it was like, because it's hard to view yourself how someone else views you. And at the time when I'm getting like certain women that are bad, you just don't even like, you can't fathom like, cause you put them on a pedestal, and that's what I gotta stop doing.
They just dumb as a doorknob sometimes.
And then you realize, oh, you're literally like every single other girl, if any. And then the bad ones be even more insecure. It'd be like, wait, you don't think? Oh, I don't think I'm cute. I need to do this. That. I'm like, bro, I can't believe I ended up with this beautiful ass woman.
And got no like ambition or something
And
like
thinks
that. And got no like self-security or anything like that.
It's crazy, bro. The makeup thing, it'd be like, the makeup thing's not even that bad. I don't be bugging off the makeup. It's just,
I don't mind.
It's just the amount that gets spun on it. It's crazy, bro. Have you seen people's carts? Bro, Mac is expensive. That makeup shit.
Listen, I remember I went up to Philly real quick. Like, you know what I'm saying? Well, not real quick. It was one of them times where I think we had actually took a female up there, up to Philly, and she was doing her thing up there and with the photo shoots and modeling and all that, you know what I mean? And she needed some type of like Fenty. And it was like maybe three. It was like three to four things, and now it came up to a whole buck and some change. And I'm just like, damn. And this is way back when. I'm a yes man. I'll tell you, I split my whole fucking check with my girl. Like anytime I get paid, she get
just so we're clear, your girl,
yeah,
not a random girl, y'all. His girl,
day, no random, but even, if you talking to me facts, I'm breaking that check. I ain't gonna lie, it's just be I want my girl looking good.
You was telling me I gotta start. You know what I'm saying? Okay. It is what it is now.
What it is. You don't want no free coochie. Free coochie's scared.
free coochie be the shit you be regretting when you get back to the crib.
Who else got it for free? Or you know what I'm saying? That's the type of coochie put you on child support. I'm not lying. She's thinking for the long run. I'm gonna plant this on this nigga. He's gonna be paying me child support, and it's gonna be fuck him in a few years.
All right. So after we had talked last week, did you do any research on any of the social media stuff I was asking you about before?
No. Boom. I was like, okay, now boom. I was supposed to get paid for my job from last week. I still didn't. You know what I mean? So I'm going to make a whole new Facebook. When this comes out, I'll have a new Facebook for everybody to follow. Instagram for everybody to follow.
There we go.
I already got my Square up and running. So I got my first book. Remember we was talking about conversion rate? I got my first booking with that. So I just got to start speaking that shit into existence and just start doing it. You know what I mean? Just quit waiting on it and just do the shit I say I do. This little mask thing, I'm about to get a website up for that. It got to do it. I don't think this mask thing's going to end now that, you know what I'm saying, there's probably going to be another virus.
And it's getting cold.
And it's getting cold. I think even if it goes anywhere, it still will come back in a cold again next winter. You know what I'm saying? I don't think people is going back to the scarves. I think they're just going to get them a warm shiesty. And even when Pooh Shiesty get out, you know what I'm saying? I think it's going to start off the shiesty wave again. I don't think these masks.
Even the ones where it's rolls up as a hat, and pull down as a shiesty, I be seeing it. So you're right.
Nike doing it. You got freaking all these other upper brands now having their own version of Bakavas. So it's going to be around.
All right. Now let's get to the bullshit.
To the hot seat.
Like I said before,
to the hot seat.
We're going to ask you about some of these relationships that are in the public eye. Blueface, Krishan Rock, they're broken up now. He's with this girl named Jada. I don't know if you're aware. He dropped
high school sweetheart.
Yeah. So what do you think of their relationship in the public eye? Some of the things as far as domestic abuse, just hitting people with bottles, the fighting with the mom. Just all of it. What do you feel as if
That's what I'm thinking. If you would have end up hitting my peoples with anything, if you and my peoples get into
parents is crazy.
Parents could be crazy. You know what I mean? If it's an ongoing thing on the parents' behalf, all right, then you could, probably play it out how it goes, depending on the situation. You know what I mean? But you get with my race. Nah, I can't have that. Granted, you know what I'm saying? I know that shit happens. An argument's cool. We could get over it. But facts, that race,
But you're also, I want to highlight this, you're also a father, and a good father at that. So seeing someone as though Krishan watching over a kid and seeing some of the mishaps, of course, one thing I want to do is give her credit because it's a learning process. But also, you got to realize you're in the public eye. So if you were in the public eye and you see someone holding a baby
and the loose neck situation and everything, as I feel for her sake of manner with with her having all the outlets that she has and everybody that's around her and cares are in the air, the money to the teachings there, like you could do whatever you want to do. As far as coaching now to that point in nature, like you have no excuse. You know what I'm saying? Like you're dropping the ball at that point, you know what I'm saying? Because now it's like it's being judged. You know what I mean? Not upon just the people, like, in your community, like, what we would go through, like, if we were walking to fucking, like, to the store from around the corner from our house or something, like, oh, with no stroller, no comfort or something like that. You're getting judged by the world now. And I think that's where you got to take her mental and put it into some type of perspective where she's probably just not okay. Like, I think he fucked her up upon fixing. Like, I didn't see her.
And this is, and I almost would agree with you. But then, I'm actually hip to this.
You know what I'm saying? That you could see like that you know what I mean? Some of her characteristics had to be there. But you know what I'm saying? There's probably some positive characteristics that there.
He was going
now, you know what I'm saying? Now,
up.
when you start to run that into the mud and you start to, you know what I'm saying, more like indulge and care for the ones that is not positive, you know what I'm saying? That's the shit that's going to stick around because that's the part that he might be liking. You know what I mean? So she's not going to do the shit
and
that
she's
she
changing.
Like. And she, you know what I mean? But could get better on. You know what I mean? It's just straight like, you know what I mean? Some like me, like with my race, like I didn't have any type of outlet. Like none of my peoples went to college. You got to think about what she's seeing around just drinking and partying. There's not no... Yeah, I mean, like, that's a Raven. There's nothing to look forward to.
So you would agree that their relationship isn't relationship goals? Well, now that it's over now. Even though
none of these shits in the, you know what I'm saying, in the mainstream, I would say.
But this is what our youth is watching, bro.
Yeah. And that's why we talked about there's not like the 50-50 relation. I mean, little talk about there shouldn't be no 50-50.
Oh, that was another. All right, this is the last thing I'm gonna say. Then we're gonna move on to Sexy Red.
Yeah.
She had said on either Twitter or live or something that she's going to start dressing up more masculine so that her son can get the masculine figure role and the feminine figure role from her. What do you think of that?
It's another way of saying that, you know what I'm saying, I'm your mom and your dad too, you know what I'm saying? I would say, like, that's just a new version of saying that, I guess. You know what I'm saying? But that's kind of confusing.
Especially when the father's still there, correct?
Especially when Blueface is definitely still there, and I mean with all that the TV and everything that's doing to your little ones nowadays, like that's a little bit too confusing. You got to stick to what you do, just as well as saying like if he didn't have no mom, you know what I mean, then the baby would have the dad would have to wear a skirt. I know you seen that post like with the picture of the dude wearing a skirt. I'll do anything for my daughter. I seen
that in the store the other day, and I didn't know how to feel about it. It was more or less like, all right, because I thought about it from a logical perspective. I thought about, okay, his son wanted to wear a dress. So as a man and as a father, he's wearing a dress to make his kid feel, and I viewed it like that. But then I also viewed it as a black man and black culture, you're kind of confusing your kid a little bit early on whether you want to make them feel comfortable or not. And it was a white man, one of those hippier type white men. So I respected it, but I didn't respect. You get what I'm trying to say there? It's like I give you respect for doing something to make your kid feel comfortable, but I also feel like it's a little bit of like misconstruing if they're a male or female, and it's a really difficult conversation.
Yeah, I feel like you shouldn't even have to talk about like that type of things, or even have them conversations with your, your child when they're so young. You should wait till he's of age. Like there's a lot of things that my parents waited till I was of age to have that conversation with me now, and I just feel like that's a problem where we jump from where we grew up on magazines, we grew up on television with what's it called? Smiley, help me out, right? Growing up, you know what I mean? And
all the old shows. We were talking about
shows,
that. Yeah.
And now, we didn't have the world at our fingertips. These kids have the world at their fingertips. So the intrusive thoughts that used to run through our head about, certain simple things, their intrusive thoughts are way more bold and brand, and there's so many different ways to go about some things now. And I feel like we shouldn't really play with their intellect like that. We should just keep it to the point where it could be, you know what I'm saying, to the point like it's fast and you can talk about a lot of things, but just pick certain things not to go into.
And all the stuff that they're into and from YouTube and stuff nowadays is terrible. And also, you had said you have a deep disdain for Coco Melon. And of course, compared to other shows like Arthur, Maya, Miguel, Zabuma, Food Cyber Chase, all those shows where we're learning a lot, you said you didn't like Coco Melon because of like the brainwashing aspect.
Like you could turn Coco Melon on and just your kid would just sit for hours and hours and hours in front of the TV. Like only crowd.
What is the show consist of? Because I'm sure you had to see it.
It's more so nursery rhymes, and that's cool. You know what I mean? But it's not about the nursery rhymes, because that's like you hearing, you know what I mean? But what they're doing with the pictures and the scenes, it's like our shorts, our version of shorts, but in a kid's version. You know what I mean? How we pull up to a light, we pull off our phone and just look at it just because we're addicted to our phones. They're doing the same thing with Cocomelon. Now you're addicted to Cocomelon. You know what I mean? And it's basically just like to get views, get the streams on everything, you making money more and seeing. So the more that child sits there and watches that show over and over and over and over again, they're getting paid for that. So the more that they could have that kid sit there and get paid for it, they're going to do it. And the Cocomelon's the most extremist.
And the viral trend on TikTok, you had said you seen
kids
where
wailing themselves down the fucking stairs. Like, you turn on Cocomelon on a sound on TikTok, and kids are throwing themselves down the fucking stairs, like, and getting up, not even crying. Like, you can see, like, they're not even crying and getting up. They're sucking up the pain just so they can hear Cocomelon. You got to think about that.
I got to say it again. Like I said last time, man. Molly's Couch was crazy, but it ain't nothing compared to Cocomelon.
Dog and everything.
Yeah,
but this is scary. That's
because we don't know where it's. And all right, I don't know if there's any correlation, and then we gotta, of course, but I don't know if there's any correlation in between the two. But they saying that most kids can't read, and some of their speech impediments messed up over some of these shows and stuff.
My girl is a teacher, and she's seen it. She's been noticing for years now. You know what I mean? Now they gotta get specialists to come into, where she works at, with the kids to, to help them. It's a new teaching. You know how we used to go through it and do our homework?
We wouldn't shut up.
Like, it was a new teaching with us. Now these kids is dealing with a whole new different ball game with how you got to teach. Like, now she has to do more sounds where she's clapping. She has to do more wailing around to keep these kids intrigued because their attention span is so fucking wide now. It's so short. You know
so that's the new thing, the trending thing where you'll see like a teacher be like, if you see me, then I'm ski, and then the whole class, and then they'll get quiet.
All day. Like, let me get something, your attention, so because you hear it all day. I mean, it's different, but you have to be that teacher. We didn't have those teachers.
We had the green light, red light.
Yeah.
We didn't even. That wasn't a sound. It was like
1, 2, 3. Look at me. You know what I mean?
Shit. That we got a couple seconds. We didn't get that. Facts. Okay, so as far as the culture playing a role on our kids, of course we have to talk about a Sexy Red. Every time now I see her, last week it was a couple weeks ago it was the sex tape, but now I'm realizing she's pregnant. So that when the sex tape released, you were having sex on camera while you were pregnant.
And that's the baby dad I found out.
That's the baby dad?
I talked to her about my girl. So dude was on some, I've been hitting this probably for a while. Now I'm your baby dad, this, that, the other. You still ain't put me in the limelight, this, that, the other. So he probably, on some hating ass bitch shit.
Because she got two
himself
baby dads in jail.
And said that
and they get more like than him.
She did the video with she did the interview with Yachty. And was like, oh, yeah, I'm done. Like, I had my fun out here with the little, getting out here with these, entertaining niggas in the industry and niggas and everything. But I'm just chilling. She was like, if they give my baby dad a bond, I'm going to bond him out. Whole time, this is the nigga that's slapping cheeks. You know what I mean? And he's like, okay, you ain't going to tell them about me. Keep going on interviews and shit, bitch. I'm going to show the world myself. He probably, did it while she was asleep on some hating ass shit.
All right, can we talk about this for a second? Because there was a debate going around that if she was liking it, one, and if she was turned on. Yeah. They were saying that basically if you have to spit start, she's not turned on. Now, I've spit it started before and then it's been wet throughout the whole time after that.
It's situational. You know what I mean?
So how do you feel about that?
I feel like they was already going for a while. You know what I mean? I don't know about you or anybody else, but when phones start coming into play in the middle of sex,
it changes.
You doing your thing. Like, somebody got to see this shit. You know what I mean? I've never recorded sex, like, you know what I mean? But, you know what I'm saying, unless it was my girl. But, you know what I'm saying, anytime the phone comes out and it's recorded to me, it's because you're doing your thing. Now, he's not doing his thing.
Bomba Clyde. They were saying that, like,
nah, he's not doing his thing. Like, he wasn't holding it down. Facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get it. Like, if there's a little draft.
All right, look, that's why niggas be setting that shit up so you could.
Yeah. And that's even weird.
I mean, don't tell that to Adam 22. That nigga go crazy.
He's wild. But listen, if you like, you are what you are, you like what you like, no lie. Like, we can shine a little light on it. If you're going to date a stripper, don't be mad that she's giving out lap dances. If you're going to date an artist, don't be mad that there's screaming fans and shows and somebody to get backstage to spit her game at her. You know what I mean? If you're dating a bartender, don't be mad that she's flirting to get that little tip on her bottle service. Take what comes with your bitch. Niggas don't know how to measure a bad bitch and what they come with, and don't know what to do with one when they get one. Like, facts. Like, know your lane and stick to it. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to get a girl that's in a club and then you get her and oh, I don't want you to dress revealing no more. Oh, I don't want you to go to the club no more. Where'd you find her at?
All right. The only way, unless you got the bag and everybody knows it, like, you got to have the bag to recuperate that loss. You can't. No, you're right. And I hate to say it, but it's just like that's where
you're gonna date a porn star. She's gonna get fucked, nigga, unless you doing a fucking.
All right, but bro, Adam went a little crazy with letting somebody take down his girl though.
That's
like
not his wife.
No, facts.
That's his wife.
And he got a child with her. It was, but that's wild.
That's wild. That is.
So what?
Wild.
All right, just give me a quick little what you thought about that situation. You're familiar?
He's like on no lie. Like if I'm dating a porn star and like I'm sure it comes up in question a lot in a relationship. Like when can I go about them doing scenes with this
it's
that down the
happen.
other. They probably had some like he said some stipulations to it. This that down the other, and there has to be some type of bag.
All right, so he nutted in her. You know that, right? The porn, and he wasn't supposed to do that.
That's a little spit in the face. You know what I mean? Like here, I just met your little bitch. You know what I mean? Even though you let me.
She ate it, bro.
Huh?
She ate it. I don't know if you've seen the video, but she went
that's
crazy.
That's like falling on stage and you Beyonce, you got to keep the show rolling.
There it goes. Nigga.
No lie. She had to do what she had to do.
You think she was just in the moment and was like, fuck it, let me make it to what it is?
It was one of the fuck it moments, like real shit.
But that's your wife. I'm not kissing you ever again.
We got to get a divorce. We're signing papers. Signing papers. I told you not to eat that nigga nut, bitch.
All right, we said that. Hold on, because that's a lot of negative in a row.
A little bit. But still, like, like real shit taking. I couldn't imagine. But like, you know what I'm saying, with the
to each his own.
Will and Smith, like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yep. Let's transition over to that.
I would have, my niggas would have did her in. Like, real shit, my dogs would have chewed her the fuck up. But she's a Virgo.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that.
She's a Virgo.
One. Okay, I love all Virgos. My mom's a Virgo. Virgos are one. Y'all are stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are stubborn.
I'm a graduated Virgo. Like, I take responsibility for my actions. You know what I'm saying? I'm not those. I have my narcissistic ways, but I don't have the bad version of it where I don't. You know what I'm saying? I blame people for my. You know what I'm saying? My wrongdoings. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm big on taking responsibility for your actions. You know what I'm saying? So if I did something, I'm gonna say sorry. You know what I'm saying? Depending on, like, I had to stop saying sorry so much for the simple fact that if the way that I act makes you feel a certain way, and I shouldn't have to dim my light to make you feel comfortable anymore. You know what I mean? I was doing that a lot, like trying to explain what I meant through certain texts to get some people to try to get it, and certain people would just never get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I see, like you said, like, if I see the sky and it's supposed to be blue, but I see green, motherfucker, it's green to me. Certain people just see green. Like, the blue, you ain't gonna ever be able to comprehend with everything that I'm saying, or, you know what I mean, all the time.
There's, to get back to Will and Jada, there was a movie that I have watched a while ago called Woo, and I know you're probably not familiar with it, and Jada Pinkett's in it, and she's basically being like a bougie, asshole-ish girl, and I always thought throughout this movie, like, whoa.
We're assholes.
No, but hold on. I always thought through this movie that she was just a phenomenal actor, but now when I go watch, I rewatched it just to like highlight before the scene. That's probably her actual character. Like, that's how she acts.
Acting. Yeah, that was true to this. You know what I mean, true to the bone.
So do you feel bad for Will, or is it just like it is what it is?
He ate that. I think, you know what I'm saying, through the media and probably what it did to him in certain type of limelight in one of those eras, I think it probably was bad for him. You know what I mean? And there's a like little term that I live by, like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, you settle. You know what I mean? If you in relationships, because you're gonna either get the bad of it, and you gotta remember, like, Will's probably doing his dirt too. You know what I mean? Through this all, like, I can't imagine this man just sitting through all this. Like, I've been cheated on, and I just ate it, you know what I mean? Cause
you let that nigga live in the crib is crazy. August was living there, bro. That's
You got to think about it when I thought about that too, but you know what I mean, I really think to the people that are nymphomaniacs and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? They're always bringing it to a new level. You know what I mean? Like, you got to think about what probably Hollywood people do for excitement after doing everything there is to do in the world. It probably is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even in a relationship, it's probably a little bland, you know, little hair, gray area. You know what I mean? Where
she do look like she's into some like.
Yeah, I mean, different type of niggas. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like, try to put the point
Tupac.
like that's not monogamous. You know what I mean? Like, and there's women out there nowadays that are not monogamous no more. Like, you know what I mean? They're the new niggas. And we talked about that, like, I mean, because niggas come for what they come for and they leave. So women took that upon themselves and they be like, okay, well, I'm going to come and I'm going to ask for what I need and I'm going to get it while I can, and then you could dip whenever you feel like
and
it.
You can't get mad at them. Niggas
No.
be bitchy nowadays. Like, you can't be
Niggas
mad
be
at them.
bitches. Niggas are the new bitches, and bitches is the new niggas. So some of them, but facts, you want to find you the right nigga for every nigga bitch.
All right, so we're running out of time here, so I want to highlight something that you've talked about every time since I've been talking to you. Your girl, you have a good relationship that you always talk about. I've watched y'all call each other consistently to check on each other. I was with you for like 3 hours. In that time, it's like around 6 calls, and every time it's love. And you're getting her Starbucks. Like, I'm glad. I think it was like destiny for it to happen so that I could see that side, and you can open up and give people and tell them like, shit's hard, but if you find the right person, it's successful. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
Like, how to achieve that type of, you know what I mean, love. Like,
and talk about her a little bit.
For real, like, for some people that don't know this, like, we dated before. Like, and it was one of those relationships where you kind of do everything at a young age. And I've learned that, like, everything that your parents allowed you to do, to the point where, you know what I mean, at a certain point, you know what I mean, somebody's not going to grow into the person that you don't like. So we broke that off at a young age, and then we reconnected. And when we reconnected, we dated. You know, we just both recently had got out of relationships. Well, I've got out of one, and she just got out of a relationship with her child's father, the child's father. So I'm like, let's not, you know what I mean, let's just take this on like adults. We don't want really anything serious right now. Let's just go on dates. Just dates, you know, date. And we was like, broke it down to seasons. Like, every 3 months we would ask each other, you want to do another season, dating, this, that, down the other, you still fuck with me, anything I could probably fix. So just always bringing things to the table.
Good communication.
Yeah, and it was just, I think in that too, and like, if you don't give anybody certain things like standards and you kind of like learn who that person is, you can kind of figure out if that person is for you and left, you know what I mean, like, or not. Like, people be rushing through them red flags where, like, damn near now you're settling because, like, you spent so much time with that person. Now you feel like you owe them some type of respect or anything. If that person's not for you, then they're not for you. You know what I'm saying? If you found, you know, what's going on with your woman or something like that, and you don't do anything about it, them pain and gains, they grow. Like, so I don't never let my girl go to sleep if something's on her mind, you know what I mean? Because then she's going to get to talking to somebody, and then, you know what I mean, if she gets into the wrong hands, like a group chat, or you're her best friend, and
So
then
let's talk about that a little bit
bad
too.
Advice, you know what I mean? Like,
The single friends.
the single friends is going to want their single friend back, you know what I mean? You're taking away from her, you know what I mean? Like, the bad girl, you know what I mean? But it's like you gotta kind of put those, you know, that nip in the bud in the beginning, you know what I mean? Like, you keep your relationship inside. It cannot go and spiral out of control. Like, we broken up, and people had thought, like, when we went through our little splat, that I cheated on her. You know what I mean? For the simple fact that we didn't bring it to the net. You know what I mean? That we broken up with each other. It's really good to keep things on like one main basis. You know what I mean? Like, it take two to tangle. So let's, like, if I know this gets out, then I know somebody said something, and who else would it be? You know what I mean? Then you told somebody. Then that person told somebody. So,
Cause niggas, we don't really be chatting. Now that I think about it, bro, I ain't never really like chatted about, like, if I'm serious with a girl, I don't really bring her up to the bros. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Not like now, of course, when I was young, but like now, I really don't like to tell nothing I do, to be honest.
It gets to the point where, like, yeah, when me and my mans be catching up, we bring everything in one. Like, it comes in a whole nutshell. Like, man, it was just one time I did this, that, and the other, but we got over it. I brought this, that, and the other, but we got through it. You know what I mean? Type thing. But you know what I mean? But like, getting a woman, and like, I'll be like seeing it now that I've been in a relationship for 6 years now. But you see people where they go wrong with their significant others, and you kind of get like how relationships start to go. So I wouldn't be able to tell you the things that I'm telling if I wasn't in a relationship for so long. You know what I mean? So like, there's just certain not even cheat codes to it, but there's just certain things that you do in order to handle a relationship. And I'm still finding this out. Like, I didn't learn how to be a husband. I'm learning how to be a husband. You know what I mean? Like, and I didn't have really, even though my mom married my dad, I don't want to be, well, my dad married my mom. I didn't want to be that married man that my dad was for my mom to a T. You know what I mean? Like, there's some things I could grasp out of it, you know what I'm saying, and take and pull, and some certain things that I want to do better as even a father, or even, you know, marital issues. But, you know what I mean, when you get a girl like my girl, you don't let that one run away from you. You don't burn that bridge. That's why we had broken up at a, you know, at a certain age, and when reconnected, so that bridge wasn't burnt. You know what I mean? And I think men do it.
As I said, it's a bit of a cheat code that you found that girl that you had previously, because you know, all right, she already liked me way before,
and she was a good girl. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it, I mean, you see it, so you be like, okay, like, I could kind of take this a little bit serious, because I used to cheat for insurance. Like, in the beginning of the relationship, like, swear to God, like, you're not about to do me in. I'm about to cheat on you. So if you try to fuck me over, I don't got to get that pain. You know what I mean? I was doing this. That's what I was saying earlier. Like, when girls do us in and we be quiet about it, we like that. It's just only because we already did something. And we're like, okay, you know, we're even now. But, nah, like, I didn't even cheat for insurance. Like, I was taking several, like, 3 to 4 relationships before her. I was taking all my relationships serious and treating them as marriages. Like, I think that's what we should do as, you know, in our generation too, like, treating your relationship as it's supposed to be treated, like, as a marriage, and it'll kind of lead for that. And if you're starting to do things that might not fly for you, that's where you to draw the line. And don't, like my man said, I want to status, he said, women don't like to be told to do anything, so I can't tell you how I like to be, you know, treated. You know what I mean? Like, how I want to be treated. This shit's like, I mean, if you date, you shouldn't have to yell at nobody. You know, you shouldn't have to raise your voice, you know what I mean, at your significant other. It should, like them, like old times, like, you give her that look, she know what that mean. You know what I mean? If you kind of, like, sit up in a posture, and that means I'm serious type shit, that's really as far as that a relationship should really go. You know what I mean?
All right.
One more.
Damn, we didn't even, bro.
You said you was going to book 2 hours?
This was good. I should have. Sorry. I'm so sorry. That was me. That was me.
You was tired, Cuddy?
I should have. Yeah, all right. Now we got to knock out a lot of stuff in, like, the next 7 minutes.
Boom.
All right. As far as the paintball in the school bus, I'm sorry, we got to go back to it again.
We got Gucci.
Talk about it a little bit.
We're going to make this long story short.
Did you know about the virality of it as a whole? Just go ahead.
That shit was viral when I got taken to jail. Like, that shit was, like, already upstate.
And please tell me what both of y'all said.
We said, I'm sitting there, the cameras got to me first, and man, mind you, I'm not thinking that there's going to be cameras outside. I really think that they're going to take me back to the fucking crib. They're let's just pull them out tail. Like, but it was serious. Like, and I got out, and I'm like, oh, there's fucking cameras. I'm like, okay, I really didn't do everything that they said they're going to do. I'll take the rap for what I did, and I'm just basically, when they were talking to me in the fucking, like, the jail before taking us to jail, whatever, they're telling us, like, oh, they're going to hit you with this, that, and the other. There's a lot of shit that we didn't do. So I said, we ain't had no kids, this, that, and the other.
They were stacking shit.
Yeah, they were stacking up. Like, and we had a lot, like 69 fucking charges or something like that. He got knocked down to 30-something that we had to split, you know what I mean? But come to find out, like, I'm take the rep for what we did, you know, we won't shoot our kids, this, that, and the other. And here he goes talking about, I'm sorry kids had to get hit. I'm like, nigga, did you hear what I just fucking said? Like, we not shooting kids out here. Like, all right, but mind you, technically we're shooting kids, but it's only the kids that, you know what I'm saying, that's where I said.
Paintball guns, what paintball guns? What paintball guns?
Yeah, I got to say that for you too.
Yeah, you have to.
Paintball guns. We're only painting people that's painting us. You know what I mean?
And he was, at the time, he was the same age as the people that were doing it. It was a war between. All right, so tell them how it actually started. Because everyone was confused and thought y'all was just on some rampage shit.
It was around the time it was like, put the guns down, paintballs up. You know what I mean? And no lie, like, we were East Side Generals, what we called ourselves. Like, we were East Side Generals, so there was little calm beef, not real beef on the internet. And we're like, oh, you want to slide down this block, this, that, and the other. And we're sliding in cars, and we're having whole ongoing wars and, like, almost driving through hoods and whatnot. So we were known for doing that, and there's somebody named Kenny Lee around the time, know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, yeah, slide up to the school, da-da-da-da-da. So we slid up to the school.
Like, the fuck is you talking about?
What you mean? We slid up there, and he thought just getting on a fucking sports utility bus was going to save him, so we went to the Wolverina. We seen them niggas get off the bus. We went in there. Like, it was nothing to it. And we just kept connecting schools and letouts, and they pinned us up.
All right, before this before this happened, they had an occurrence where it was real big with paintballs in the city. And yeah, so I think that when your guys' occurrence happened, it was like, oh yeah, we have to nip this in the bud.
Yeah.
Because I ain't gonna lie, if that didn't get nipped in the bud how they did, and y'all weren't as viral and they seen how serious it was, where that paintball shit was going.
Yeah, it was probably like we even got dumped on before just shooting. You know what I mean, even paintballing the wrong person for real. Like, so there was really negatives to it too. But you know what I'm saying, we wasn't really in it for that. We was just dumb kids having dumb fun. And yeah, now I was on probation for 4 years for that. So
he did your shit. So get off his gun. He did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah, I don't bring up everybody else.
All right. So talk about what you think of we've talked about this. The dance scene in Pittsburgh is gone. We already talked about that. We would love to do something and collab on something where we can bring it back.
I seen her the same day.
Who?
Mike Asia. I seen her the same day I left here.
That's bro. I'm telling you, God be.
You know it.
God be Godding.
She said she would love to do it. So yeah, man, she knows exactly who you was when I said your name and everything. So she was like,
I know her.
Mike Asia.
Yeah. How do I know her?
Yeah. She told me exactly who you was and who you was from.
How she
you
know
were
me?
Nugget, bro. They know you. They know this man as Seal. We know him as Nugget. Like,
yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's the thing. That's be the crazy thing about like. I've stopped going out and being around so much. I really forget. Like,
people, yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. I know people by the faces. I don't know people by the name unless I.
But everybody knows Nugget,
shake
huh?
Your name. People know Nugget. Yeah,
more people know Tucker. I wasn't on the viral
shit. Too. But like, I try to. Yeah, that's why I'm not even on the net like that no more. Because people think that's all like a nigga made of type time. And I was like,
you still see that video to this day?
Every year on the same day.
Yeah,
every year on that day. But like, bring up. You know what I mean? Like,
would you be mad if I put it at the beginning of that interview, or that's crazy?
That's crazy.
I wasn't going to do that. I just wanted to give you.
I try to get far away from that. Like, that was like dumb kids having dumb fun. Like,
well, at least I asked it at the end of the shit.
Yeah, like no, but we're gonna be doing something soon. We gonna put our hands into something. You know what I mean, I got a few things coming up. I'm going legal with my business.
Yep, tell them all the.
I'm doing a fashion line coming out. Yeah, I mean that's a little bit bold and beyond Pittsburgh. So gonna get into some probably like custom pieces to the point where we could be like some type of like. Have some type of NBA All-Stars come to Pittsburgh and we could actually be on the front row with some shit sometimes. What else? I got the mask coming out. Definitely gonna be doing something with some music soon.
Where they can. Well, you're gonna tap in with the music. Let me know, bro. I can connect you.
Rapping. I don't want to rap, but I will. You know what I mean? Get in there to put
on some fun shit.
Like on some Cole Bennett shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like more so creative thought. I want to create the backgrounds and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I would think that would be able to land in music videos, so like the creative side of it, because people don't be. We be having a video in the hood. We don't have no props, no nothing. Like, we don't have no green screens, rooms, or anything. You know, like something like that. Like, so, yeah.
As far as, because, all right, I apologize. We do have to wrap up. I have someone coming in after you. But tell people where they can follow you. If they want to hit you for any business with construction, just where they can follow you on everything. Instagram, Facebook, everything.
My Facebook right now is Tucker Harris. I'm going to be making an Instagram for my construction called Tuck That Problem. I do have Tuck That Problem with Bay, so Bay's going to be doing the interior design of multiple cribs. Like, she'd be getting in and doing the flooring with me. She had her hands in with the bathroom with me, you know what I mean? She likes doing the inside work. The outside work is a lot for her, but, you know what I mean? Find me on that. Tucker Harris, add me on the book, and Instagram coming soon, fashion line coming soon. Mask coming soon. It's
You're
just
not gonna give the Instagram?
I don't be on Instagram. It was I got deleted linking my Facebook.
So you don't Instagram. That Instagram isn't yours anymore?
What's that? That Instagram?
The Pinky Grip.
Pinky Grip 30?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's one of my personals that I will have to build up all over again. But I just
Well,
like you said,
we
I
can.
don't begin-
I'm gonna have to. I promote on IG, so I'm gonna have to have an
Okay,
Instagram to
that's the time
promote.
for that. I think it's Pinky Grip 30.
Yeah, all
Underscore,
right, perfect.
And
I'll
that's
make
gonna
sure I
be.
follow.
I'm doing a freaking ATV build, and that's gonna be the latest.
We might want to change that name.
Pinky Grip 30.
It's kind of crazy.
Oh, it's a little tied. Like it has to do with the color pink.
Okay, all right. Well, we can keep
Yeah,
it. All right.
do with the color pink.
Hold on. I appreciate you for coming. Of
My
course,
boy.
we're gonna have to connect again. We knocked everything. Today was like.
Segment one.
It was different. It was like the same. I gave some of the same shit, but it was still different.
Still
Yeah.
faster than last time, man.
Because you were, it's like you weren't like shocked at all. Now you know what to expect. I know what to expect, so we can just knock it out. So I appreciate you for coming in.
My
They know
guy.
where to follow you, and that's a wrap.